let's have a look at functions and pure functions inside of Unreal Engine and also explain a bit of how these are used. Now, a normal blueprint function is called through the execution flow and has these white execution pins tied to it. I've also added a parameter that's an output of a Boolean and also an input of a Boolean, and it also has a target to itself. A pure function is this green one down below. It doesn't have these execution pins, and it's typically called whenever it's attached to something that runs it, basically. So if I plug this into here, it would run this function to get the input. Now, Epic typically says that pure functions are intended to not modify the states. So this is not supposed to modify anything, and are used for getters or operators that sort of output a value. Now, a good thing to know is also that these are not cached. So if you have multiple of these, it's run over and over again to get the value. So it's a good idea to typically just set the output of a pure function, if it's reusable many times, as a variable. A good example of when this is used is for these ones right here. This one here is for source control. It just checks to see if source controls are enabled on the system. And this right here is taking a string and returning a value to see if it's numeric, if it contains any numbers, basically. I hope this was a good sort of breakdown of understanding how you can use these. So I guess a rule of thumb, use pure functions when you only want kind of like an answer to a question, and use the normal impure functions when you want a function to do something particular. I hope this was helpful, and if it was, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.